Bite my tongue? Never. See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYC podcast, and I'm just discovering the world around me.
Taisha, I love you.
It be like God is telling you to keep going.
You quit on yourself, you really down bad.
Tune in Wednesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another DBYT production. This is Behind Closed Doors with your host Taisha, and on this episode we will be discussing love bombing. So y'all stay tuned. Come give it to me. Give it to me. Okay, so just for those who are new here, I have a podcast called Don't Bite Your Tongue. You can check it out with the link below in the description box, and it'll have all types of links to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, whatever you listen to your podcast on. I have a link for it, just so you know. So we're going to get straight into the episode and start discussing what love bombing actually is. So by definition, it's an overlove of affection in hopes to manipulate the person receiving the bombing. So it is characterized by an excessive amount of attention, admiration, and affection with the goal in making someone more dependent on a person. So with this, everybody wants to be loved on, but there's stipulations, and there's a point where it becomes too much, you know what I mean? And even through this, somebody who's not used to being loved on will feel like this is a normal amount, which is not. So in regular loving someone and love bombing someone, people release good, like the feel good hormones within, because that's just what our body does. I'm no scientist, but that's what happens. I mean, when you feel and when you get that, you start releasing these endorphins, and you're like, what is it? Not serotonin. Scratch that. Just know, feel good. I think it's dopamine and some other stuff. It's 3 of them. But they do this for validation as well. Why would somebody attempt to love bomb instead of actually loving somebody? Well, it really is a ego enhancer, and they like to draw power from their victims. That's really what it is. They see an easy target, see somebody who's vulnerable, and somebody who's in need of validation, somebody who is in need of attention. They go for you. They will go for you. And then once they, they're gonna suck you dry. I'm gonna rewind. They are going to basically leave you lifeless. It becomes too much, I'm telling you. So, where would this happen, or where could this happen? This could happen in early dating stages, of course. This is to get somebody to feel secure and confident that they aren't going anywhere and going to leave them and, switch up the things that you get used to. So all of that, I love you type stuff, and I'm gonna do this and that for you and everything. Later on the line, once they feel like they have you, they're gonna switch everything up, and they're gonna be like, oh, but when I did this, because that's how I love you, and da 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 da. It's a tactic. Don't fall for it. How do you differentiate love bombing over a healthy amount of admiration? So love bombing, as I stated, is basically emotional abuse. The giver will make you feel as if you owe them something, and someone who loves you properly, they won't expect anything out of you. They won't tell you, oh, I did X, Y, and Z, so now you have to do X, Y, and Z. It don't work like that. That's not how love works. There won't be a feeling of an obligation to someone. You just do it because you want to. Because if I feel like I have to go above and beyond just because you did something, and it's not like, pure and from the heart, it's not love. That's just feeling nervous enough to do something because you're being manipulated. Okay, so the real question is, I know I'm talking to people who could be a victim, but could you potentially be a love bomber? Okay, here are a few little things that I picked up over people who've tried to do this to me. They want to spoil you all the time. They want all of your time. Like, you don't get friend time, you don't get me time, you don't get family time, because they see that as other people trying to get in your head, and they are fearful that people like me will tell them about, you know, about the person that they're dating. Like, hey, this is probably not the most healthy situation that you could be in, right? Overly worried about your actions online. So they're stalking you basically on social media. They check in. Now, let me tell you, when I say women are professional, these love bombers, oh, they're a whole nother breed, baby. They checking your likes, they checking the comments, they checking who you follow. If they have access to your DMs and your passwords and everything like that, oh, it's over for you. Basically, you will have no anything outside of them, because they don't want that. They want to be able to get in here and get in here and drive the boat. Let me drive the boat. And that's what they do. I also have that they say extremely emotional attachment lines to compel you. So they don't tread lightly. They will hit you where it hurts, which is your heart, because that's where they have your strings like this, and they will pull them and tug them and beat you up with it like boo 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 boo. You feel me? They'll do it just because they can. And asking for reassurance about the relationship status, together forever, in this for life, we're in this for the long run type thing. They are doing that and saying those things in hopes that your response is literally yes, or something along those lines, like, yeah, I'm a ride for you, like, why would I not, X, Y, and Z, or yeah, you know, we for lifers and everything like that. That's the only reason they do it. They're just checking your mindset, because honestly, love bombers are kind of smart. Anybody who can manipulate, 9 times out of 10, is very intelligent and very aware about what's going on in the situation. And please don't let nobody tell you that they don't know that they manipulating you, because they do. They already know. All right, so story time. Somebody that is no longer in my life tried to do this to me, and I was not having it. I'm not gonna hold you. When was I introduced to the term? Okay, so yeah, he was trying to do this to me back in college. I'm not gonna say what time period of college, just know it was in college. And I was just like, hey, yo, you don't even really know me enough to be acting this way. Like, why are you so obsessed with me? No copyright, no Mariah Carey, but like, why are you so into me? I'm dead. That song is on. That's crazy. But so when I introduced him to the terms, I was just like, you know that you're a manipulator, right? And he was just like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? No, I'm not. I'm like, you doing all this stuff and you don't even know me. You're trying to lock me down, and that's not what's going on here, player. So in the situation, it would just be like, he'll do random things. Like, it started off with like Valentine's Day, or on a Valentine's Day, and he was like, oh, what's your favorite color, and do you celebrate this and that? And me, I'm not materialistic, nor is my love language gift receiving or receiving gifts, or however you want to phrase that. That's just not me. Like, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I'm not really finna trip, because, okay. And when I told him, I was like, well, I'm not really, it's a man-made holiday. Like, yeah, most are, but it's literally something that's made for consumerism and just to spend money. Just, it's cool if you do it, but I'm not tripping over it. And I told him, I said, I don't want anything from you. I don't want you ever to get confused that I want anything from you, because I really don't, But all in all, he still did it. And yeah, I liked the stuff that he got me, but at the same time, it was like, okay. How did it make me feel overall to receive that attention? Now, to receive that attention from a love bomber, it was annoying. I'm not gonna hold you at all. And it was annoying because it was nonstop, and then it felt like it got to a point where it was getting creepy. Like, I would be with my friends, next thing you know, I get a message and I'm seeing my backside, or I'm seeing me walking away from somewhere, and you're just like, what is wrong with you, right? Sorry. I don't know if that, I'm gonna just run it back because I don't know if my microphone fell, but in that time period, what's wrong with you, buddy? Like, what's good? Like, it gets to the point where he knew kind of my schedule, and it was like I couldn't really get away, so it was weird. It was just weird. I didn't like it. It was, oh my god, y'all, he was trying to take me on trips and everything, and I'm just like, take a trip with you? That's a no-go for me. That seems like a red flag, because like, sir, no, I don't even trust you enough. Like, I don't even know you like that. Like, it's a no-go for me. What did I do to dismiss the behavior? I eventually ended up, I mean, I talked to him several times about it, like how I can see through his bull, and I was like, you know, this isn't gonna work. And then he tried to be my friend. Didn't really like that, because it was like, I knew he was still feeling me, so I was like, this is not gonna work. All in all, like, at the end of the day, I don't like you like that. I don't see you in that way, and I don't want to be with you, type thing. And it wasn't me trying to be mean or anything, but it was just me trying to be realistic. Like, honey, 1 and 1 is not 3, it's 2. That means you gotta go. Is what I'm saying, all in all. But yeah, I was very self-aware about the situation, because it was kind of creepy to me. So I picked up, and I didn't really care for love, so it wasn't like I was enticed by what he was telling me or what he was doing for me. I was just like, dang, guy, cool. You know, they want things done in the way that they want it, even if they have like zero attachment to them. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with them. It could be your own separate entity, and then they think they could just, you know, take control. How do you navigate this? For some, it'll be hard, but you all in all have to stand firmly on what you believe in and how you actually feel about yourself, enough to remove yourself from the situation as soon as possible, because if you don't, feelings can linger, feelings can start to develop, even if they are falsified. So that's what I did. I just left. I left the situation. I was able to go back home. I was able to just get away from it all. And after some months, I just was like tired of it, and I blocked him. I blocked him on everything. Like, it was like he was just popping up everywhere, and I was just like, I get this bad feeling in my gut, and I'm just like, no, I don't have to deal with this. I don't see you on a daily basis. Block. That was the end of mine. But behind closed doors, tell me how you feel. You know, have you ever been through any situation similar to this, or have you been through love bombing? Have you been a love bomber? Like, give me the tea. I want to know. And how did you navigate through that? Like, how did you deal with it? How did you know that you were really doing it for real? Like, be honest. Because I just don't know about some people. I feel like they do stuff with ill intent all the time. And yeah, I just want to know. I want to get inside your head, and I want to know. So leave a comment below. Follow me on Instagram at _Sanai. That's SENIH. Or you can follow me on my podcast page at DBYT Productions. But that is all I have for you guys today. And you can tune in next time, where we'll be talking about another great topic. And again, I'm Taisha, and I promise I won't bite my tongue.